All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel, and we have got another review of the latest patch notes. Kind of a couple little interesting things happening here, so let's jump right into it. This was a release on March 20th, so earlier this week. I think Thursday is when I saw it applied to my device. And interestingly enough, we have season limited gameplay blessing. I didn't think this was actually going to happen for us, but it is actually on my device for the North American global servers. And what has happened is, for a limited time, the restore skill will be upgraded to the blessing skill, and the enhanced restore will be upgraded to the enhanced water blessing. And what has happened here is the restore skill is still the same for the user, but it adds a splash effect and gives the same restore buff to an ally with the lowest HP. And if there's an enemy hero in the area, it will cause a debuff effect or damage them. So the standard restore is 106 HP and 35 mana for the user for 5 seconds. That will also apply to the friendly hero with the lowest HP if they're within this 6-meter radius, and an enemy will receive damage. The enhanced restore is an instant effect of 660 HP and 210 mana for the user. An ally hero will also get this instant effect. So that's pretty interesting. It's just a seasonal thing. I'm not sure how long it'll last. We literally have no idea of what Level Infinite's thinking on some of these updates. So that's just something. Take advantage of it while you can. Remember to try to use your restores and enhanced restores around your friends while you're playing, and give that effect to everybody. Now we have some balance adjustments. We have 1 nerf and 6 buffs. The nerf doesn't affect us on the global server because we still don't have Bolt Baron. However, if we did have him, it looks like he's still just a little bit too strong, and I've read on Reddit that he's kind of OP, so it would be nice to try him, but we don't have him with the global servers. So when we do have him, he'll be a little weaker. His enhanced normal attack range will be a little shorter, and his shield from skill 1 will be reduced. Toro had the rework recently, and they're thinking that they revamped him and he's a little too conservative. So what they're doing is the damage reduction from his fighting spirit passive is being increased, and his skill 2 shield is also being increased. So good news for Toro. Tachi has been through the buff cycle lately as well. He's getting some quality of life adjustments. It looks like it says that challengers still face considerable survival pressure when trying to unlock skills. So what they've done on the passive, each time a mark is unlocked, you'll gain 5% damage reduction, which lasts for 6 seconds. And after it is fully unlocked, you'll gain 20% damage reduction throughout the whole process. That's his passive. On skill 1, they've removed the 50% damage reduction effect because of some of the other things that they've adjusted. So skill 1 no longer has that effect. But then the ultimate, it says damage reduction ratio when casting has gone from 50 to 20, but it can be stacked with the damage reduction from each layer of mark unlocked. I don't play Tachi, so those of you who do might understand this a little bit better. Also, the ultimate suppression skills no longer interrupt the effect of Tachi's ultimate, so you can still control after he lands. And releasing the ultimate skill in the unsealed state can regain passive shield effects, which can be stacked. So if you're a Tachi main, try this out. Leave a comment below on what you think of these buffs for him. Teeri, I don't know that she needed a buff, but she's getting one. They're thinking that her early game is a little too weak, and so now that she's just going to be really strong for the whole game, I guess. Specifically, they're changing her skill 2 enhanced normal attack to fixed at 6. No longer scales with level. Wisp is getting quite a few little buffs and changes. Skill 1 no longer drops bombs where she jumps from. that doesn't make a lot of sense, and they say up here that it doesn't make a lot of sense. So what they've done is now you use skill 1, and there's a timer waiting for you to shoot, and then the first enemy that you shoot, the bombs spawn under the target after that first normal attack. The slowdown effect is also increased. It's fixed at 30%. And then her ultimate is a little interesting. I've tried to test it out, but I don't quite understand it. You can use her ult and stand still. If you do stand still, the damage of subsequent skills is increased by 20%. And if you choose to cast her ultimate and then you can reactivate your walking motion while it's going, you don't get this enhancement. And then the base damage of her ultimate looks like it's been reduced a little, probably because of getting that enhancement from her subsequent skills if you stand still. Rourke has been buffed, not too much. It looks like it's just a mobility change so that he can pass through some walls. And Paine is getting an interesting buff. It says that people are accidentally clicking skill 1 twice and not escaping like they're supposed to. So skill 1, the feel optimization, they've added a 0.5 second accidental touch buffer so that it can't be recast accidentally. And interestingly enough, during skill 1's active state, Paine can now use equipment and recovery skills during the duration of skill 1. So that is an interesting kind of quality of life update for Paine. And then, of course, we have standard bug fixes and optimizations. Nothing too important there. You're welcome to read those if you want. So some interesting buffs in this latest patch, and the fact that we get that seasonal blessing change to our restores, enhanced restores, is also pretty interesting. So let me know in the comments what you think of this latest patch and some of the quality of life changes and buffs that we've seen to some of the heroes. I know Wisp has been on people's hit list about being a weak hero, so maybe some of these buffs have helped her out. So give it a shot. Leave me a comment below on what you think of the change in the latest patches. Please, if you enjoy this kind of video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all on the battlefield.